The world we inhabit is not as free, or certain, or safe as you might think. The things that you believe to be unassailably evident are little more than shadows dancing behind a curtain, a masquerade crafted and dutifully upheld by an organization known as the Foundation. The file you are about to hear contains containment procedures, descriptions, testing logs, historical and in some cases first-hand accounts of the anomalous objects the Foundation serves to secure, contain, and protect. Its contents have been thoroughly scrutinized by the Ethics Committee and approved by the O5 Council for release to trusted associates of the Foundation. This is SCP Unredacted. Item number SCP-5786, Level 1, Unrestricted. Containment Class, Euclid. Disruption Class, VLAM. Risk Class, Notice. Special Containment Procedures. Foundation web crawlers are patrolling image hosting and social media sites to locate and delete images of SCP-5786. Images of the anomaly gaining widespread attention will be debunked as an edited image or a development error by cover-up agents. In the event of an instance becoming corporeal, all individuals who were present at the event shall be given a convincing cover story. Usage of Class C amnestics and lower is authorized. All photographs of the anomaly taken at the event are to be destroyed or replaced with doctored versions without the anomaly. Foundation-owned media outlets will periodically publish articles and fund advertisements describing the superiority of digital cameras over traditional film. When possible, markets will be manipulated to make digital cameras more affordable. Description: SCP-5786 are incorporeal humanoid entities that become visible when captured in photographs taken using any variety of film. Anomalous instances range in transparency, color, and form. The majority are near invisible, featureless, and only vaguely humanoid. Some are much more distinct, even bearing recognizable facial features. Interviewed civilians who took photographs of particularly defined instances stated a perceived resemblance between the instances and recently deceased family members. Instances are always captured in photographs of events with sentimental significance, most frequently appearing during weddings, funerals, graduations, birthdays, and baby showers. Instances are more likely to appear in photographs taken soon after the death of a close friend or family member, with appearances declining from then on. Instances appear next to or between people in the photograph, often attempting to hug or otherwise interact with them. Individuals who have been close to the anomaly recall feeling sensations of warmth from an unknown source. Rarely, instances have become temporarily tangible and visible to the naked eye, primarily during funerals or shortly after a death. These manifestations will disappear shortly after. Addendum: an instance became fully visible inside a chapel on 1 December 2021 during the funeral of Wilbur Brooke. The attendees fled, and the instance dematerialized shortly after the arrival of law enforcement. The subsequent Foundation cover-up was successful. Foundation agents recovered the following text written on the back of a funeral program of Wilbur's son, Jack Brooke. The handwriting was near illegible. I remember when I saw you, just after you were born. Your cute little hands squeezed my fingers, and I knew I wouldn't ever leave you. When you were 3, we started putting aside money for your college. Even then, I had the feeling you were a smart cookie. You were 10 when I got the diagnosis. I knew I'd had to pull through for you and Melinda. My heart stopped beating the same day you got accepted into your dream college. My biggest regret is not living long enough to hug you and tell you how proud I was, how proud I still am. Now here you are, a proper man, ready to face the world. I have to go now, but you're going to do big things, Jackie. And I'll be here to watch them. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you like what you hear, follow the link in the description to patreon.com/scpunredacted and help support me by becoming a patron for as little as $3 a month. You can get access to production logs, merchandise, recognition, and even a part in a skip. Regardless of tier, all patrons get early access to every single episode. I don't have the talent it takes to write a skip. All I do is read. Original authors make this podcast possible, so credit to the original author. Their link's in the description. Show them some love as well. Consider becoming a member of the SCP Wiki. Upvote their work and maybe write a skip of your own. Maybe I'll read it here someday. You never know if you never try. The content of this podcast and content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0, and all concepts originate from scpwiki.com and its authors. This recording, being derived from this content, is hereby also released under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0.